Hi, hello, good day. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. You know, my name is Iman. It's good to have you on this broadcast with me. How you doing? Welcome to the broadcast. Please take our time to quickly like this broadcast as we move. Yes, take our time to like the broadcast, share, invite, and let them know that we are here and we're about to start. My people, take our time to like, take our time to share, take our time to invite someone onto the broadcast real quick. I'll be waiting for you. I promise you, I'll be waiting. Go ahead. Please take our time, share this broadcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to our newspaper review. How are you doing this beautiful Tuesday morning? I hope you're well. Beautiful morning to you, Osagbovo. And also a big shout out to you. How you doing? Thank you for being on this broadcast. Good day to you. Welcome. I see the numbers rising. How you doing? Welcome to this broadcast. I'm excited to have you, and you. And of course, I'm even more excited to have me on this broadcast with you. All right, welcome. On the comment section, the link has been posted. If you would like to join the conversation today, please do also click on the link and you'll be right here with me. All right. Okay, let's move into the business of the day. But first, how are you doing? Talk to me. I'm doing okay. Situation reports. Well, wish me luck. I intend to go and search for fuel today. You know how much they're selling for now per liter? Oh boy. I don't know too, but we'll know in the course of our newspaper review today. All right, welcome once again. Please, as we begin, do well to like, talk to me, say, ask me how are you, say, Ima, how are you, say something to me, Haba, say something to me, ask me how I'm doing. And also do what to support by clicking on the dollar sign, or you could send a super chat or super sticker, whichever one. But please do what to, show some love on the broadcast today. Thank you very much. Let's move into the business of the day. All right, our first story would be, oh dear. Okay, so our first story will be this of a young woman, a 20-year-old girl, arrested for using a pistol to pound a co-wife to death over a piece of meat. Right. All right. So I found this story in the news and I'm like, oh dear, what a tragedy. So it's a case. Are we going to say it's a case of polygamy? So this woman, the younger wife, the second wife, was given meat by the first wife. The first wife sent her son to go give, I think, about 5 pieces of meat to the second wife in her room. The meat was given to her. She ate it. After eating, she felt some kind of discomfort, and she related to some other family member. They told her maybe it was ulcer, but I think she thought she was being poisoned. She got angry, retaliated, went to the kitchen, got pistol, and descended on the first wife, who was sleeping in her room at the time. And she just kept using the pistol to pound her, to hit her on her head continuously until help came for her. They took her to the hospital. Sadly, she couldn't make it. She died. Yeah, she died. Oh dear. All right, so that's the story. All right, so we'll move on to another story. On here. Welcome to our newspaper review. If you're just joining us, welcome. Thank you for being on here. Please take our time to like this broadcast as we move. All right, first, another paper. Here we have a Tribune. Osun governor nullifies employment of workers done after July 17. Suspends 3 monarchs' appointment. Orders police to secure palaces. Suspends OSIEC chairman, members. State of Osun anthem. Flag back. Oh, see, in a nutshell, Adeleke is in and is doing massive reforming in Osun State. I don't know. Yeah, that's what this news is saying. We'll break the news later on. And just beneath the nameplate, we have petrol sales as high as 260 naira per liter in many states. And yes, big shout out to Tribune. They won the political reporting or reporter of 2022 NMMA. All right, move on to another story. It says federal government issues travel advice to Nigerians in US, Europe over increased robbery incidents. NDIC declares 100% dividend to pay depositors of 20 liquidated banks. Be neutral, professional in your conduct, Yakubu warns Vex and others. ASUU students, activists protest says federal government failed to honor Gbajabiamila MOU. Unilag ASUU president joins University of Ibadan protest. Appeal court reinstate Adebutu. All Ogun PDP candidates affirms Machina as ABC Yobe and Northern senatorial candidates. Okay, Machina got the ticket eventually. Okay, okay. Let's see how this plays out. All right, talking about the ASUU yesterday, the lecturers, University of Ibadan lecturers, as well as students and, activists joined in the protest, saying that federal government is refusing to pay their salary is a breach of the very recent agreement that they've entered with the federal government. And in all of this, the one that was not even agreed upon are the ones that they are chiefly enforcing, which is the no work, no pay. They are saying that the agreement that they entered into with Jonathan, many years ago, they are yet to implement that one. The one that they entered into Minister of Labour, they are yet to implement. The very recent one that they've entered into with this House Speaker, Honorable Gbajabiamila, that is also not being, that is also not being implemented. But the federal government are pushing the no work, no pay policy, and that's the only one that they want to do. They've called on the Minister of Labour. They've asked him to be up and down. These are people who just got awards, and their ministry is doing. Chris Ngige, even if the government puts his name, Chris Ngige cannot say, "Oh no, I am not worthy to accept this award." He collected. But it looks like after 8 months, all efforts, will be going down the drain if the federal government does not do right by ASUU. They're saying they are talking, and Nigerians are not talking with them. We are also not saying anything. And when ASUU goes on strike again, everybody or people comes out and start calling for this and that. I think at this point, as a Nigerian, and allow me to say this, I think we should not, joke with anybody who does not even have a certificate. Yeah, if your education is going to be questioned, if there are no certification, no proof to tie you to a particular school, no, we should really consider. Look at this one that does not have certificates, or that we don't even know. Yes, there's no certificate. Look at what has happened to the education. All right, let's see what other story we have on here to take. Yes, federal government issues travel advice. I don't know why Nigerians are saying, okay, so the federal government, through the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, has come out to say that there are attacks going on Nigerians in the United Kingdom and in the United States and also European countries. And they've said that Nigerians should be very vigilant. Yes. Okay, let's take the travel advice that was issued out by the federal government. So Lai Mohammed said it has come to the attention of the government that Nigerian travelers to the United States and some countries in Europe are having their belongings, especially money and international passport, stolen at an increasingly high rate. The most recent victims of this are travelers to the UK, most of whom were disposed of their belongings at eyebrow shops, particularly in the High Street of Oxford. We have therefore decided to advise Nigerians traveling to Europe and the United States to take extra precautions to avoid being disposed of their belongings. So yes, that's an information. Ishokuna said and they thief our passports. Are you wondering what they'll be doing with the Nigerian passports? Our identity is actually very strong. And we all know that to get the Nigerian visa, we know it's a hard nut to crack. So please stay safe out there. It's nice to see that our government are giving travel plans and advice and all that. It's good to know. I don't know why some Nigerians are mocking this information and saying Lai Mohammed just wants to make it look like Nigerians too are giving travel advice. But please, let's hear it. There's according to the Minister of Information, increasingly or disturbingly there are numbers of Nigerians being attacked. We don't know why the attack is based focused on Nigerians, but it is happening. You don't have to wait till you experience it. Take that advice, take it and run with it. I don't know if or why people will be walking around with their international passport though. Okay, Victor Smart, it's good to have you on the broadcast. You know, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Umana Pamela, how are you doing? Mesere, it's good to have you on this broadcast. Abadi Ade Sunday says, I like this platform. It starts its newspaper review later it gives us time. You're welcome. This is okay. Okay, Osage Daddy, how you doing? It's good to have you on this broadcast. Thank you, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you for being on here, dearest Mama. Salute to you. All right, let's move on to other papers. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Juden, it's good to have you, Mr. Juden. It's been a long time, Mr. Juden. Talk with me. How you doing? It's good to have you, Mr. Juden.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning to you, sir. How have you been?
I'm okay. Hi, how
All
are
right.
you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. I wanted to give a shout out to you. Thank you for being on here. Thank you, sir. I'll come back to you in a minute, please. Let's tidy up the papers. All right. I think we've taken us. So the Osun State, the newly elected or sworn in governor of Osun State, Adeleke is overturning a lot of things. Like he said, that he's going to turn the state from being referred to as the state of Osun to Osun State. And other legal things he intends to do. So far, he has sacked the 30 permanent secretaries. Oyetola, oh dear, that Oyetola. He said to have sacked over 1,000. He said to have sacked 12,000 ghost workers. And APC are not even having this. APC are warning him to tread carefully, and that he should not allow the people pushing him. Yeah, they're saying he should tread carefully. That government should be continuity. That it doesn't have to overturn everything and start all over again. That it's going to delay progress in that state. Yeah, by the time APC would take them to court, the old back and forth, and by the time his tenure is done, he would have achieved almost nothing at the end of his tenure. So he should use his time judiciously and not create chaos. We know yesterday there was fracas within the NURTW section in Osun State. So there are a lot of unrest, but I hope it is that unrest that brings stability at the end of the day to the people of Osun. Dear Governor Adeleke, please, I hope you are not on a revenge mission. Please do well to serve your people. Do well to serve your people. It is not a competition. Government should not be a competition, please. All right, we'll move on to another story. Let's see what else we have on here. Let's take another story from The Sun. Yeah, another story from The Sun. On here we have Kanu's detention. IPOB writes US to intervene, seeks help on Biafra referendum. The sun shines at 2022 NMMA. All right, congratulations. So, you guys are 7 so yes, the sun, congratulations. Thank you. Well done for the jobs that you took. Federal government wants Nigerians traveling to US and UK, cautions them to beware of money, passport theft. Tinubu begins 8-day foreign tour December 4th to meet Nigerians abroad. Appeal court sinks Senate president's re-election bid. Reinstate Adebutu, other Ogun PDP candidates. 2023 polls, Inec chairman warns staff, says allegiance to Nigerians are sacrosanct. Nigeria bleeding, sinking, PDP, says nation requires qualified individual to rescue it from collapsing. Buhari's in-law, Shah Aban, dumps APC, claims party has no regard for rule of law. Ooh, look at Buhari's in-law. So are you going to return the president's daughter and say your father has no regard for rule of law? My friend, tell us the real reason why you are leaving APC. I'm sorry. Governor Adeleke State Assembly fight. All right. Government presses ahead with grazing reserves and ranches. Okay, they're bringing back I think they want to stylishly bring back the Ruga and use another English word. States, residents, constituents, you better stay woke and know what your governors are signing into. All right, that's as much as we have on Daily Sun. Today we've taken Well, Kanu's detention. Imagine seeing Kanu's detention that we still have there. IPOB are still writing to the United States to intervene, and they are seeking help on Biafra referendum. And while you just take a swipe, just a little swipe down, you are seeing that Buhari's in-law Shah abandons APC, claims party has no regard for rule of law. Mr. Juden, is this hypocrisy or that is a man of honor?
It's laughable. Good morning, my world. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, all our listeners. Thank you for having me today. Well, everything that comes up from our politicians, I don't really take them to heart, except that most of the time their words are very laughable. Just like the advisory that is being issued. They are issuing advisory for Nigerians traveling to UK and US, whereas the killing, the incessant killing, the wanton killings all over Nigeria and kidnapping, none of them has come out to issue advisory. Isn't that funny? Nigerian who is stealing their passport? What is anybody going to do with Nigerian passport? Or are they saying that Nigerians are stealing people's money or passport? I really don't understand very well what they're trying to say about after the warning, the other stem of that warning regarding the money and passport theft.
Yeah, they say they're stealing from Nigerians. There's largely Nigerians are being targeted by these countries. By residents.
Who want to come to Nigeria? Who want to come to Nigeria?
You think our passport does not hold water?
What is Jesus Christ? I don't know any country that this passport is as useless as Nigerian passport. Who is coming to Nigeria? Even Nigerians abroad don't want to come to Nigeria because of the insecurity. I wonder why this thing is echoing. Because of the insecurity that is ravaging the country. And then the ASUU strike, and they are saying that no work, no pay. They should better pay them their salary and stop messing up with people's livelihood. The lecturers, they all have families that are taken care of. They need to pay them because government breached the contract. It is their responsibility that they keep to the part of their own of the bargain. They failed. That's why, first of all, in the first few months, they went on warning strike. Warning strike is just to let them know, hey, to remind them of their responsibility, their bargain, their agreement during the bargain, even if it is Jonathan's time or not, that is irrelevant. Government is continuing. There's no, it's only Nigeria will see that when a president is out or a governor is out, the next one comes and then begin to continue everything afresh, including contracts. And, government supposed to be continuing. And the reason why Nigerian government is the way it is because of their insatiable appetite of stealing, because of that one agenda they have in coming to vow for positions of authority in Nigeria is to come and steal. So when they come, they look for the fattest opportunity for them to execute their plan. That is why when they come, if there's any project that was led by the previous governor or president, they won't even make any effort to finish it up. They will abandon it and re-award new contracts where the money, where the stealing or what they hope to steal will be so much. That is just what it is. They should pay the ASUU their salary. No work, no pay. The government and the senators, the Nigerian senators and House of Reps that keep increasing their salary every year, that earn more than any senator, even the president of the United States. What exactly are they doing? What do they do? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Each time they have a section, more than 60% to 70% of them are sleeping. Each time they're having a session, they are sleeping. Even when important discussion is going on, they are sleeping. We see them, we see the features, the videos. What are they doing? In fact, they shouldn't pay them. They go to this thing and sleep. So they should pay us with their salary and stop this nonsense. Well, a day of reckoning is coming that all of them will be, they will run out of Nigeria. I trust me, a time is coming when they will all run out of Nigeria, because this evil, many months now, they allow children to stay at home. They are not paying attention to education. How can you progress as a country when you have neglected to educate your children, to educate those whom you are calling that they're going to be future leaders of Nigeria? When you have left them not only left them in abject poverty, that many of them have resorted to sow one evil or the other in order to survive.
All right, Mr.
Many are escaping from Nigeria.
All right, Mr. Judin, thank you for your submission. We have to move on to some other person. You know the drill. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. If you're just joining us, welcome to our newspaper review. Do well to like this broadcast as we move on, and do well to support us by clicking on the dollar sign. Do well to do so. Thank you very much. Please share, invite someone onto the broadcast, and let's all learn together. Let's reason together. Let's see what is happening. All right, thank you very much. Just for you, how you doing? Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Please give your submission. All right, I'll move on to Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, how are you doing? Welcome to the broadcast, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Ms. Emma. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, loud and clear.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ms. Emma. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to those in the panels, and good morning to those in the comment section, and good morning to the concerned citizens. Thank you so much for this newspaper review, and it gives us, a bit of a morning breakfast of what is going on in Nigeria. Thank you so much for what you guys are doing. Also to the Nigeria Watch family, I greet you guys, and I can see your effort. First of all, let's move to Mr. Abiliki, the governor of Osun State, the newly elected governor. They say he's the dancing governor. Wahala don't cast. Well, for what he is doing, yesterday I read it on the news that he has laid off about 12,000 workers. And, one thing that the APC is crying that they should be careful, the government is continuity. Well, what I want to tell Nigerians is a change has already started. Anybody that is not doing anything good, remove them. If Governor Adeleke is doing anything good, if this thing is going to better or bring a change to Osun State, so be it. I am totally in support of what he's doing. Anybody that will cause hindrance, I would cite them an example of how in the United States, when President Trump was there, you see how he removed the United States from the climate meetings and everything. He removed everything. He said they want to remain on their own. But when Biden came, he has to go back to all these allies and we settled with them and brought back the United States into the APEC meeting. These are what we want. These are changes that is going on. The NUTROW, Nigeria Union of Road Transport, what is their function? What is their function? They are all filled with agberos. What are they doing to contribute to the economy of that country, of that state? Ask me. So why would they lament? If anything he's doing is in favor of the citizen, Mr. Adeleke, carry on. That is all I want to say. And for the Buhari in-law that said he's no more part of the APC, I tell you now, I said, Obi they come, Nigeria Youth na structure. When we came in here to start this discussion on this platform, I said one thing, that when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. So that it looks as if these people are watching us. All the languages we have changed the status quo. We started it here. They started using the constitution to educate these people who have been indoctrinating us. Now, Buhari's son-in-law is now telling Buhari that he does not want to be in their camp again because they are not obeying the rule of law. Nangam, I think it don't happen now. It don't they share law, which means those people, they say the North, they don't know anything. The North is not telling a Northerner that, Oga, this is not what you swear to the Nigerians for, that you are going to defend. That is not what you are doing. The rule of law is everybody is subject under the law. Now we now have people who are above it. Thank you so much, Oga. We are with you. Come and join us to change the status quo, just like you say. Please don't deviate, because we want a Nigeria that will be just for us all, to all the citizens, including these oligarchs that call themselves leaders, who think they are above the law. And you said about Tinubu coming to speak to diaspora. Oga, not come, because you have nothing to say. If you are not coming to speak to Nigerians in diaspora, the Nigerians back home, what did you call them? Are they refracts? That you never spoke to one day, they are coming to speak to those in abroad. My friend, go and sit down. You see, Nigerians should not be cajoled with this their nonsense. You left where you want to govern. You never spoke to them one day. You told them to shut up, that you are coming to be. You are a Melokon. You were the one who single-handedly brought Buhari. Now you are coming to diaspora to speak to Nigeria. What are you coming to give them? Chocolate? Oga, no come. We don't need you. Let your cough you where you be. Sit down for your house. Make you just eat that just the peel that groundnut, make you the chopper. We don't need you. We want a credible leader that will set us in a pace where we can understand what democracy is. Not these people that will bring democracy into the oligocracy they have created for themselves. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Machiavelli. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you. Just for you, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Machiavelli. Good to have you on the broadcast.
Can you hear me?
Just for you, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Thank you. Yes, I can hear me. Can you hear me? Please turn down the other device you have. Please turn it down. There's an interjection over here. So please do the needful. Thank you. But go on ahead and give your submission.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody, listeners. Once again, I'm very happy to be in this morning show. Yesterday, I really missed the program yesterday, which was interesting, which talk about brain mockery and all of that, blah, 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 speaking against our, oh my goodness. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
That was the same mistake. I changed my my line of internet before. When you were calling me, I heard you, but that was the mistake. I'm really having a problem with the internet. So the problem is, everybody know that Obi is going to be the president. Everybody know. But they are doing all they can with the money they have stolen. So what I want to ask Nigerians actually this morning, I don't really know what the topic is about, but I just want to make a little contribution. You know, we have seen atrocity. We have seen so many things being done in the past, even in the present. Are we going to continue like that? APC is there. Their manifestos are there, but their manifesto have not changed. That manifesto they have given us in 2015, 2019, is it going to change? Are we going to continue with the lies and the deception which they have given us over the years? If we miss it this time around, it's going to be very, very tough for us. I beg all Nigerians, this is the time for us to unite, because these people are working for their stomach. They see, if they see red, they call it white. We have seen somebody who is tribalistic in the person of PDP, who said that the Northerners should vote only for the North. They should not vote for Iboma. They should not vote for Yorubama. Is that person that is going to unite Nigeria? I'm reminding them because sometimes we fail our memories. We fail in our memories. The youth that are supporting Tinubu and supporting PDP, you forgot what happened in the Lagos State 2021 or so, when they killed youth there. Are you forgetting all that? Are you forgetting how the youth are staying at home? Universities, where people are, educating their people, the politicians are educating their people, their children abroad, but you stay at home for 8 months. Instead of you passing out for 4 months, for 4 years, you pass out for 6 years. Is that what you want to continue? The same people who are ruling us, they are the same. There is no change. I want to warn all Nigerians. We miss this opportunity, we miss it forever. This is a person, they have labeled everything against him, but if we say go and verify, when they verify, they will come. The last, they will say the investment is worth nothing. But this is where we see people, we see trailer load of billions of naira, billions, rotting. They don't spend it, and they don't want you to have it. That is wickedness. Anyway, I don't know what the topic is about. If you can remind me more, please.
All right, just for you, I will come back to you. You've given quite a submission already. I'll come back to you. Just allow me to talk to all the people. But thank you for being on here. To each and every one of you on here also, thank you for being here. Please do well to like this broadcast, share, invite someone onto the broadcast. Take out time to support us. Please, let's start with the likes. Thank you very much. Tony South, thank you for being on this broadcast. I'm fine. I'm doing all right. Thank you. How are you doing? Thank you for being on the broadcast. Mommy Diaspora, big love to you, dearest Mama. Thank you for all you do. Umana Pamela Victor Smart. Thank you, Adetunde. Thank you very much, Osage Daddy. Thank you, Osagovo. Thank you for being on here. All right, I'll take one more story. I will just expatiate on that story. It's a big story, and these are the issues of there are issues right now, but this will be bigger problems for us tomorrow if we do not talk about these things and have them, fix this. A police arrest yesterday. We had the one from Sokoto with 101 PVCs, and now today we are talking about the one in Kano. The police arrested with 367 PVCs in Kano, and that is the APC chieftain. A chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, Aminu Ali Shana, has been arrested in Kano State with 367 suspected permanent voters cards, PVC. Kano State Police spokesperson Abdullahi Aruna Kiyawa, who confirmed the development to Daily Sun, revealed that the suspect had been taken into their custody, saying investigation had commenced. Now, this happened way back, but it is still lingering. This is not just anybody. This is a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress. And, APC has not come out to distance themselves from this person and such acts. All right, I'll continue to take this. Please pay attention to this, and we should be very, very concerned. 367, 101, these numbers are too much, and the reasons are all down here. So please share this broadcast, invite someone, let us see this. Let us read the papers. They say if you want to kill a black man, put it in writing, and he would not know because we don't read. Let us read and hear. Let's learn. Talk to people about Nigeria Watch. We take our time. Please give me a minute. We take our time to come on here and do this we take our time to get this information and bring it. So as much as you should do is to invite someone. So please do so. This we cannot skip having. What is the APC chieftain in Kano doing with 367? The other one was with 101. These people are canvassing. While we are dealing and telling them to take away these underage people that are there, their chieftains are doing something else. We are all trying to have a better Nigeria, so we would not. If we say we are one Nigeria, then anything that a Kano man is doing wrongly, every Nigerian should call it out. And they should not use any Sharia. You won't even believe, this man has the option of either taking a certain strokes of cane or paying a certain amount of money. It is annoying. Issues like, the fact that these people choose when to, bring in the Sharia law and when to allow the constitution take effect, it's, wow. The ex-AGF that returned $900,000, what does the Sharia law say about it? Come on. News like this just makes the One Nigeria agenda just look very far-reached. Right now, with the way people queued for PVCs, somebody is going to have wow. Okay, let's continue. Let's please continue with this. Continue with this story. Aminu, who is the APC chairman of Yonta Arera ward in Gabasawa local government area of the state, was, according to the police, arrested on October 14, 2022. It was gathered that the police had dispatched the suspected PVCs to the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, for confirmation. After that, all the persons whose faces appeared on the cards might be invited for questioning. This is since October. What are they? What they want to? Is it until after election that they will now look into the case? Are they not supposed to hold this, run with this, begin to make investigations? Who are people that are selling? Are people selling their PVCs? Are they being stolen? Were they gotten from INEC office? This is where they are supposed to use this one. 367 is a lot. The people whose faces they are yet to even get them for question to know if it was so since October. We are dancing out of November already. Okay, and this last line says that recall that the new Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) in Kano State had, through its spokesperson Sanusi Bature, raised the alarm, alleging that some politicians in the state were ordering and buying PVCs from voters in areas where they doubt their chances of performing well in the 2023 general elections. Yeah. That's it. If you're just joining us, welcome to Newspaper Review. Mr. Kennedy, how are you doing? Thank you for being on here.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here. I thought you forgotten me, so I've just been quiet, waiting for you to come back to me. So nice to be with you, and greetings to everybody all over the world and Naija Watch family. You see,
All right. Okay. I was going to say, I'm not sure if Mr. Kennedy.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome, sir. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. This has been what has been going on in the north. They compromise the election always. One chieftain, probably from one particular local government, is having 367 PVCs, and another one was caught with 101. So assuming you have up to about 30 chieftains having hoarded PVCs or stolen PVCs, you can imagine the number of how the number of voters is going to show up in Kano. So I've always said that everything coming from the north is a horse. It's fake about the election. So they duplicate this PVC. You could imagine probably the faces on the PVC could be having another PVC in their various houses. These PVCs may have been duplicated, and these people, you'll be surprised to see that these people will come with their own original PVCs. And anyway, that is enough for you. We have to be very diligent, work very closely with INEC if they are ready to work with us, and see how we can eradicate these anomalies in the system. The ASUU people, they say there no work, no pay. So I see no reason why you should keep people in hunger because they were on strike. I supported the first speaker who said the federal government refused to keep the part of their bargain. That is why they were on strike for so long. So you want to tell me the families of ASUU members will not feed for 8 months because they were on strike? So they should ASUU should take the federal government to court. If we have very regular court system, they are going to rule on the side of the ASUU people, because they are supposed. You can't leave people without feeding for 8 months. It's not, or without salary for 8 months. It's not possible. You are inviting more criminality to the system. So Mr. Tinubu probably traveling abroad to speak with Nigerians. That is very funny. Mr. Tinubu or Alhaji Tinubu, he has not spoken to Nigerians at home, yet he wants to speak to Nigerians abroad. For me, I think Tinubu is going for treatment. He's not going to speak to anybody. He's just going for treatment. You know, there have been so many gaps of recent, and he may have been advised to go and probably charge his battery so that the gap will be reduced, because it's becoming so embarrassing recently. And the Osun State governor that has just been sworn in, well, there could be a very difficult balance. I hope this is not a reprisal from the Osun State governor that was sworn in, because he was treated very badly during the last election, where he supposedly won, and the election was the result was scuttled against him, and I think the other man was sworn in. But anyway, the former governor who was appointing people here and there, just few days to his exit, I think that was very wrong. I think I support him. Let him sack all these people, these permanent secretaries that were appointed just a week or two before he exit the office. That is not proper. He's supposed to follow due diligence. You don't use the state to compromise, just compromise the state because you want to leave. I know it's a continuum, but I think Adeleke should be careful as well not to plunge the state into crisis, because all these people that are being relieved of their positions, they have families too. And where do you expect these people to go? You see, these people are just causing chaos all over the country, both the former one and the new one. So the traveling advisory, since it's coming from the information minister, so for me, I would just ignore the travel advisory from Lai Mohammed. I believe Lai Mohammed is just trying to tell the world that if America and UK and other countries can issue travel advisories to the citizens, when they said that there could be criminality in Abuja and other cities, I think Lai Mohammed is trying to tell them that he could also give travel advisories too. I wonder who needs a Nigerian passport. I wonder who wants to steal money from Nigeria. Do they want to come back to, or are people going around with their passport in the shopping mall and all that? I don't quite understand. So very quickly, the woman that used pesto to kill the first wife that allegedly poisoned the second wife. If it is true that she was poisoned, I think an eye for an eye. If that's my take. If she was allegedly poisoned, but what happened to her thereafter? Is she dead? The one that was allegedly poisoned. So we haven't heard that side of the story. So, but if I thought she was poisoned and she used pesto to kill the other woman, I'll support her. An eye for an eye. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Kennedy. All right, Mr. Kennedy, thank you for your submission. That picture is a supposed mugshot of her, so no, she's still alive. She's still alive. I think it's one of those dangers that comes with polygamy. You are just on your toes, thinking somebody wants to kill you, or I guess it's just one of those dangers of polygamy. All right, that's about that story. Thank you to each and every one of you on this broadcast. Thank you very much. Samuel Alaka, thank you. Samuel Alaka says Tinubu would be meeting with diasporans in the various hospitals in Europe and Asia to give the manifesto of his health status. I wonder the kind of diasporans that would attend such a medical trip. All right, Samuel, I didn't see that coming, but all right, keep your submissions coming in. Thank you for being here. Please, I hope you are liking the broadcast. If you haven't, please take our time to do so. Okay, we'll move on to let's see who else we have in the house. Mr. Alex, how are you doing? It's good to have you on here.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
I'm hearing myself. Can you? Okay, yeah. All right. Thank you for your good work. I was listening. It's very funny what Lai Mohammed is doing, because America or UK issued, a threat warning about terrorism or something, and now he came out to also say something just to seek relevance for me. So I don't know. I don't think we should take that seriously. And which diasporans is Ahmed Bola Tinubu coming to meet or going to meet abroad? I don't understand that part. The same people that you produce a government that brought bad policies that drove them into diasporans. Professionals, talented people, graduates with skills, people with intelligence, people who are contributing meaningfully to the nation building of other nations, that you produce a government that chases them away through insecurity, through stealing of money in in different badges. And now you want to go and meet them to tell them what? I trust Nigerians. I trust my people. We will hear the full story. Unless they are going to buy crowd again, it's to be difficult. Nothing is impossible with these men. I remember during protest season those days, when diasporas are protesting, you will see Nigerian consulates go and hire crowd in New York to also be, protesting, even in London. So I trust Nigerians. The majority will not listen to him. Don't be surprised they are going to boo him, probably throw things at him if they even see him, because NSAS is still very fresh in everybody's mind. So which diasporas are they easy coming to meet? A government that killed a girl, broad daylight, Deborah. Up till now, there is no justice. There is no probing that is capable of setting a whole nation ablaze. And the guy wants to go and meet diasporans. Diasporans that you don't know how they got their visas. You don't know how they survive. Your government that you produce do not allow them to vote. In this 21st century, you don't think about their welfare. Even their properties are being destroyed by a government that you produce. Their farmlands are being destroyed. Tinubu is joking. Like someone said, he's just a comedian, the grand comedian of the century in Nigeria. So diasporans will not listen to him. I mean, I'm very sure. Okay, they said Nigerians are not important. He said we should shut up. Why is he going to consult with diasporans now? Are they not Nigerians? Diasporans, please don't listen to him. Just ignore him, let him do his drama and let him go. As for the people holding PVCs, it's just a shame. It's just a shame. Nations are thinking of how to help their citizens, how to build their countries, how to improve the welfare of their citizens. We are still doing this. Nations are developing different ways of creating vaccines and building speed trains. Nations are even improving how they can improve the technology of their diasporans voting from wherever they are. Even if you are in Afghanistan, so long you're a citizen, you can vote. Nigerian so-called shiftings, shameless shiftings, party shiftings are still holding PVCs. And they will pretend that they don't hear these things. When it has to do with Mr. Peter Obi or Labour Party, you see them raising their heads to comment, to talk about justice, to talk about bullying. But now they will not want to investigate which party or who is doing this, or to call the police to do their job. No. When it's Peter Obi's matter, they will all rise up because they are all shaking. They didn't see this coming. So I want to advise Nigerians, we should keep the fire burning. The change has come to stay. The fire for change from Nigerians is wonderful, and they are already packing their bags because they know they have less than 90 days to leave the corrupt system. A new Nigeria is coming. So I will just drop it there. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Alex. Thank you. Good to have you on the broadcast. I'm sure you know this. This is from Big Girl. Big Girl says, Niger Watch, please talk about Little Boy, First Lady arrested. We talked about that yesterday. Okay, we'll be talking about that again.
Mrs. Ima. Miss Ima. Hello?
Go ahead, Mr. Machiavelli.
Yeah, I think the last caller just said something, and you just said another thing just now. The last caller said they weren't aware that the youth are coming. My brother, they were aware. You were here on this platform when we were telling them back in the days before the advent of Obi, if you could remember, that a day is coming. Things are going, the status quo was going to change. What did they tell you? You were present here. You could be a witness. They said we were Indomie generation because we don't have anything to produce. Now they have seen the sophisticated arsenal that a citizen of a country has to change the status quo of a given political system. That is why you are seeing this turbulence. And the one of Aisha Buhari arresting a Twitter, is it a Twitter user or a TikTok user? This is why their own in-law has to leave their camp. Because you see what the in-law said. I cannot belong to a group or people who think that they are above the law, who does not understand the rule of law. I was so happy. He gave it to them to tell them that you don't actually know what you are doing. And also to those people holding PVCs. Is it not senator or House of? These are people who are representing the constituent. They are supposed to be making your laws. See what they do. I've been saying it here that we have the key to open that door, and we are the only people that will do it. These people have nothing to offer. They want to enslave you. A sitting president, the White House, has got to go and arrest someone who is actually, exercising his fundamental human rights, as stated in the Constitution, Article 40 or 42 or something like that, which actually gave them the right to express or to say what they want to say. They are not insulting you. They are actually telling you what you are doing wrong inside the system. As a sitting person, in fact, this person is the one who employed you. You went to arrest him. You see, this is where we're going. Nigerians, open your eyes. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Machiavelli, thank you very much for your submission. Thank you for that. Welcome to each and every one of you just tuning in. If you haven't taken our time to like the broadcast, please do so. Willie, how are you doing? Good day to you too, big girl. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Mommy Diaspora. Thank you to Ozigbe Wilfred. Thank you to each and every one of you. To my amazing panelists, a big thank you to each and every one of you for holding it down. We'll go another round where we give, our final submission on the broadcast. Mr. Judin, I come back to you. All right, Mr. Judin. Okay. Before we do that, okay, I think we should take that story again of the young boy from I think that was Kano State. Or Jigawa, I think Jigawa, yes, Jigawa. He was picked up at the university by DSS because he made a TikTok. He commented on the first lady's picture saying that she has gotten, fatter from eating from Nigerians' money. That's what his tweet in Hausa translated, and because of that, he was picked up. We took the story yesterday on the chat. We are bringing it again. I also said something that I say pattern of the northern elites or leaders, shutting up these northerners that are trying to speak up, that are trying to show the world what is happening. They want to express freedom of speech, but they've shown them that there is no such thing as that here. It can happen over there at the south, but in our own state here, it is not allowed. It is, we are the future. We are the leaders. We are the ones with the power, not the people. So, it's the other one that, said something about Gantuje. We brought it on here, so of how he was flogged and all of that. And now another person, this is happening. If we are one Nigeria, then everybody should be talking about this. You cannot treat my brother this way. What has my brother done? What has my brother done that you are doing this to my brother? We should be talking about it. We are what? As long as we are still Nigeria, as long as we are still under the umbrella of Nigeria, that's my brother out there that DSS has carried. We should be worried. DSS should. Is he a threat to the state? How is that young boy a threat to the state? Meanwhile, all these bandits are doing. Somebody in Zamfara, bandit has kidnapped over 25 people. The first time it was 5, the other time it was over 60. And they are waiting for new naira to be in circulation before these people are released. DSS are doing nothing about it. But my brother that just made a post, that made a comment, if the first lady says her hands are clean, she should come out and prove it. Simple. Mr. Alex, please, you have the floor.
Yes, Mr. Ima, Miss Ima, you are on fire this morning. Yeah, I understand your passion. The same first lady, people will argue and say she does not have any constitutional rights. She does not have any she only has the constitutional rights to steal money and to intimidate people. So the DSS can pick up somebody for a mere tweet. The same reason why Deborah was killed. So this is why most times I don't argue with people when they are trying to leave the country and form their own country. Because a set of people just believe that they are above the law. And we will argue that she's just a first lady. She's a ceremonial person. She does not have an office. This is one of the cabals destroying this nation. I read from a newspaper this morning online that the family of the boy is already begging. The family of the boy are out already. The parents are already begging Aisha Buhari. They are begging. I don't know where they are begging, whether in a mosque or whether they are making a live video. I'm aware that they are begging. So somebody can be picked up. And we see that political office men and women are being criticized on a daily basis. Donald Trump is being, even Biden, Boris Johnson, the people that we claim to imitate, we only imitate them to favor us when it favors us. But when it's time to be fair, we use force on our brothers and sisters. And insecurity is ravaging the whole nation. DSS is nowhere to be found. They are good in kidnapping innocent citizens who just make their points, who make jokes about their leaders. It's a democracy. There was no insult there. He was just saying, you are looking better. Maybe you are eating from our money. Of course, Nigeria money is going to our purse, one way or the other. She can't tell me she's not on budget. She can't tell me she's not eating Nigeria's money. From the realms of rumor, we are hearing she is in charge of the so-called Bureau de Change. These malams holding foreign currencies nationwide. She is in charge since 7 years now. That is why the whole thing is, is a complete mess. That is her work. They give her monies from every budget every year, and she has projects that she claims she's doing, feeding children, doing this, visiting flooded areas. She's the one in charge of all those things. There's a ministry for that, but she has taken it from them. Those billions of naira, millions of dollars, where are they going to? Why does she live in Dubai? What has been a contribution to the Nigerian girl child as a mother of the nation? Shameless mother of the nation. Go and look at her photos in 2015 and check her pictures right now. You see that she has gotten fatter and she's looking good, and Nigeria is looking bad. Why won't citizens complain? Bag of rice is beyond the poor man's reach. Insecurity everywhere. People can't go to school. So now you are using the power that you said we don't have to fight bandits, to fight insecurity. You are using it to oppress poor people because you are in power. But you will not be in power forever. And let me warn them, elections are coming. They never thought 7 years ago that 7 years, 8 years will come and go. They are looking at their time, how time flies. So I'm very happy that the whole world is talking about this. But shame on First Lady. First Lady, my foot. She has been so shameless. She has not done any impacts like other first ladies in the whole world does on their female citizens. She has not championed the cause of the Nigerian woman. How many suggestions has she given to the National Assembly, to the Senate, as a write-up, like check into this, child molestation, child marriage. 11 years old children are getting married off against their will. People who are not adult enough, they are not grown enough to make their choices. Under your nose as a first lady, especially in the northern part of the country and most part of the country, they are being married off. You don't address it. So, but you are kidnapping innocent child that just tweeted. I'm happy that this child was just taken into custody, not killed like Deborah, because it's something similar. Just that this one was about the first lady. What has the first lady been doing over the killings of innocent citizens for the past 7 years? What protests has she led? What interviews, what press conference has she given as a mother of the nation? Has she cried out to the whole world about the killings? One time she said, our man's government has been taken over by Kaaba. That's the only thing she said. After that, all we see is Dubai. Social media is everywhere.
Mr. Alex, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, please, on our respective pages, let's do also call out all of these norms out there. I mean, if we allow it over there, before you know, they are going to spread across, and let's be our brother's keeper in spirit and in truth. Mr. Tunanja, how you doing? Welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, greetings. Thanks for having me. Greetings to everyone on the panel, chat, and to the viewers. So Ima, is there any other thing other than this Buhari wife's business? Hello, I can't hear you.
Yeah, yes. There. Okay. Although we are rounding up, so that will probably just be your final submission. Okay. So, the Minister for Information, Lai Mohammed, reached out to Nigerians saying that there's a high rate of money and passport theft going on in the UK, in the US, and other European countries, and that Nigerians, particularly Nigerians, should be careful and should secure their passports. Giving travel advice to other countries. Yeah, there is that. Then there is Adeleke, who is massively undoing a lot of things that has been done by the former government, Oyetola's government. There's that. And there's the ASUU warning that they would, renegade, since federal governments are refusing to honor the MOU that they had with the ex-president Goodluck Jonathan. They are not honoring the one that they've had with Chris Ngige. They are also not honoring the very recent one that they had with Baja Miala, and that they are warning that new crisis would loom from that. Of course, they are saying they should be paid salaries.
Yeah, and on the ASUU one, they should take the federal government to court, and they should. The first thing is not always start threatening strikes and start trying to look for a way to kick students out of this thing. And this is something Nigerians should be paying attention to, because they can take the federal government to court, because it was the court that got them back to work. They can take the federal government to court to force the government to live by whatever agreement, if it is legal. So they should not be always threatening to shut universities down. So that's something that's what I would say about that. I don't know what.
Let me just say this also. That's not their first move. They've been protesting, they've been talking, they've been having dialogue, they've been begging, they've been doing that. And that looks like the last resort or the next step.
Yeah, they should go to court. They should not be threatening strikes. They should go to court. Enough of these stupid strikes that they keep going to. After 7-8 months of strike, what did they get out of it? Students did not go to school. They should stop trending. This is why, see, they are really getting me cross. I'm telling you, man. This is why I'm going to invite anarchy into this country. They need to stop what they are doing. They can go to court. There's a reason why you have laws. Don't be shutting a sector of the country down. They should not be threatening that at all. Now, how is it that Nigerians always like, oh yeah, it's okay, let them go on strike? No, you shouldn't encourage them to go on strike. You should be encouraging them to do it in a legal manner. If the federal government is violating an agreement that is, because in law, even verbal agreement is verbal agreement. If the federal government is truly violating something, take them to court.
Sorry, but you know the law does not work in Nigeria for the politicians. You are aware of this, right? We don't have rule of law in Nigeria.
Yeah, I know that governors have gone to prison. I know that governments have been forced to pay billions to this.
How many of your ministers? How many of like the Minister of Labor or Minister of whatever in charge of these things? How many of them have gone to prison? How many of them have been taken to court? They don't go. They don't honor these things.
Strike. They already strike for 8 months.
Just let you know that we don't have rule of law.
I agree with you. See, you can't make the perfect the enemy of the good, and you always have to think about the greater good. Shutting universities down for 8 months, what good has it done us now? Nothing, other than students that have not had chance to even educate themselves at all. What you can do is go to court while you are doing that, because sooner or later it's going to get to the Supreme Court. If it gets to the Supreme Court rules, that's the end. The federal government will have to uphold it. Otherwise, no law will matter to it, will mean anything.
Tunaja, how do you feel that these lecturers are seeing these leaders flaunting millions of dollars for presidential elections, doing a lot of things outside with the people's money that they claim is not available? How do you feel?
See, the truth is, I've said it before. If we do the maths, you find out that the federal government is not even giving airlines their money back because they don't have money.
I think there is a lot of money going behind closed doors. I think the crude oil theft, I think the borrowed loans, I think all the budget they are presenting, the money using to fund senators, and it's annoying to everybody. It's annoying. This is why people are angry. This is why there's tension.
I agree with you. That is the reason why people excuse their behavior. I agree with you. There are thefts going on everywhere. Even in the ASUU budgetary, people are stealing money too when they are asking students to sleep with them and all the rest. They too are not transparent. But my point is that if you want to do something without damaging people, and it's poor people's children, Poor people's children that are trying to get their children to university so that they can aspire to for a better life. These people are blocking them because, let's face it, rich people's children are going to private universities. They cannot be threatening strike with every single chance they get. They can take it to court, and if that court doesn't give them what they want, they keep going higher until they go to Supreme Court, and they'll get what they want eventually. It may even take them less time than this 8 months that they spend.
All right, thank you. There's a question for you here on the private. There's a question for you here, and it says, has there not been it first says the government will not come to court, and then the question is, has there not been various rulings on several issues like Nnamdi Kanu and others that the government does not, respect the rule of court, and ASUU, it feels like they will also not be heard. Now that's just one angle. You can take all of this together. We are talking about universities being open and all of that, but it's also interesting to know that I just posted here a story of a final year student who was arrested in school by the government. And what do you care about? You don't care about the students that are there to study. I mean, one would think that is the strength of your argument, but we have one of the students who you are pushing that the school should be open for these people. One of them was picked from the campus, and nothing. At the point that this boy was even picked, it wasn't even identified if this person is a DSS or not. So we are saying the school space is not even safe. Someone can just come in, attack people, and they leave, and that's it. These are the things that ASUU are asking for. They're asking for a better environment. I'm sure you remember what it looks like. Unless you went to a private school, what your lecture hall looks like. They want better environment. If governments are entering agreements with them, they should be able to uphold it. So I am moved to Mr. Tunaija, I'm moved to really know why you choose to distance yourself from this last story of the final year student that was picked up by DSS.
Because it's petty and mundane behavior by Kelly. I don't know whether she's the one that ordered them. If she ordered them. Sorry, there's a bit of an echo.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if she's the one that ordered them. If she's the one that ordered it, that's even worse. And it's an abuse of power, and it's one of those silly things that you don't normally see happen regularly in Nigeria. I've heard people say far worse things about Buhari that the gentleman said about her, just because they said that she's putting on weight. That's no reason to send DSS on him. So that's clear abuse of power. It's just not necessary. But this, for me, I always go on the side of, because I think that the reason why that one is not, it doesn't rate highly on my radar is because it doesn't happen too often. You don't hear police just arresting people. Otherwise, half of the people on this panel, many of them, they would have been made a long time ago, like Nnamdi Kanu. So was it not yesterday that Oboye was saying, let's board the whole place down, not the rest of it. So the guy didn't say that much that deserves that kind of behavior. Sometimes people misbehave, and I think she's probably gotten this in a tongue lashing for what she has just done. I don't think it's going to happen again. All
right, Mr. Tunaija, we have to move on.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Excuse me, please. I want to say something.
Sorry, who is speaking?
Just for you. I want to make one. It's echoing,
please. Just hold on. Please just put your mic on mute. I will come to you, please. Just for you. I'll come to you.
I want to make important. Do not take more than 1 minute, okay? Concerning the hello.
We can hear you.
Okay, concerning the ASUU of a thing, it's a very important thing. Going to court will not solve any problem because they are going to do what they want to do. They are the court people, they are everything. So my suggestion is this: let ASUU go back to school. Let the students go back to school. Let them mobilize their people. You know how many universities and secondary schools in Nigeria? Let all these people go and vote for Mr. Obi. So they should bear for whatever they have now. Let them bear. Because I know Obi is going to settle all the area. Let them mobilize all the students and let them wait till 2023.
all their money is going to be paid. Going to court is not going to solve any problem. I tell you honestly, because you see, they are sharing money here and there, but they are not talking about school. Recently, they gave out money to the money they say they owe since 1999, something like that. I think all of us know about it. All this all year of 18. But you are not talking about education, people you own. So they don't regard education. So what my suggestion is, let the ASUU, if they know what they want to do, let them go back to school. Let them mobilize their people. Mobilize all students.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Please put your mic on mute. Thank you very much. Moving on. Thank you also, Mr. Judin. I don't know if you're available. Mr. Judin?
Let them go ahead.
Okay, Nosakari, thank you very much for the donation. God bless you. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. Thank you. It's good to have you on the broadcast. All right, Mr. Judin, I guess I'll come back to you again. Until then, Mr. Kennedy, please, let's have you. All right.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a little busy. You can go to the next person. I'm sorry.
All right, Mr. Kennedy, no problem. Mr. Alex, I have you on here. Mr. Alex, please, let's have your submission, your final submission.
My final submission is that can you mute yourself a bit? Diasporans should just ignore Tinubu because he's not coming to tell them anything reasonable. Old age is a blessing, but the guy is already malfunctioning. He's having issues already. He's coming to tell them blue or whatever, agbado or yam. So I don't know what he's coming to do to the diasporans that they drove away from a government that he produced. They drove people into diaspora with their bad policies. People travel all over the world for different reasons, but Nigerians are emancipating. They are on exodus. If you know the meaning of that word, exodus is like mass movement from one country to another, massive. So what is he going? How will he face diasporans? Unless he's going to buy crowd again like he's doing in Nigeria. So Tinubu is a disgrace to the APC. It's a disgrace to Nigerians just now because he produces government that has led Naira to almost 1,000 Naira to $1 with inflation rate, insecurity, killing of Deborah, Lekki tollgate shootings, the massacre without victims. So a lot of damages. Our express roads are not passable. I mean, the poverty in the land is so bad. As for Aisha Buhari, shame on her. Yes, go and check her pictures. I'm checking them now. Her pictures in 2015 and now, they are different. She's looking good. She's looking lighter, fresher, more beautiful. Yet, she has not impacted the life of the Nigerian girl child. Under her nose in the north, girls are being married up at 11 years old. She has not proposed a rally, a conference, or a bill to the National Assembly to look into something like a column in the dailies to address issues of the girl child, child molestation, rape, and so on and so forth, to protect the female gender that she stands for in the nation. So she's a disgrace. All we see about her is Dubai celebration, flaunting of words by her children and her cronies, birthday celebrations. That's what she has been doing. And that's where she belongs to in the history of Nigeria. She is the worst first lady in the whole world just now, according to my own estimation. So she should be ashamed of herself, using the powers that are not available to protect the girl child under her nose for 7 years to intimidate a Nigerian student. Shame on her. And finally, for the governor of the new governor, what was his name? Adeleke. Yes, I want him to focus on governance. I don't like what the former governor did. Few days to his leaving the post of a governor, he was appointing and like thousands of people into different positions, which is very, very absurd. So what the governor is doing is good to dismantle those things, and also he should focus on governance and deliver the dividend of democracy like Wike is doing in a River State. His tenure has already started counting. He should focus and stop fighting. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Alex. That was a radical submission, but thank you for that, Mr. Tunaija.
Can I ask a question?
Okay, this is time for your final submission, so let's just do it together.
Okay, I just wanted to ask why the Adeleke is firing 12,000 these state workers. Is there any particular reason for it?
Yes, yes, because most of them were brought into appointment positions by the former governor as a way to destabilize the state. A lot of them were just there last 2 weeks, last 2 months, last 3 months. It was a political move.
Okay,
That's the reason.
most of them were employed in the last 2 to 3 months. Okay, fair point. Because the last thing I need is people creating unemployment again. I thought we were saying we want the other way around. So, okay, regarding this Aisha's business, I think it's one of those things that is coming on her now because of the anger against her husband. Partly, anyway. Also, the fact that this was a stupid thing to do, to go and intimidate a young student because of Justice said something as if has she not heard all the things that has been said about her husband. That is petty. If oh God, Buhari doesn't even respond to half of the things that they are calling him Jibril today. So I don't understand how she is able to react like that. It's really strange. So it's a bit odd. I don't know. She even admit that she sent those people to go and do it, or somebody just claimed to, a vigilante that wants to do her bit to please her or something. Except they have another post that the guy left that implied that he's a security risk. Otherwise, I don't see any reason why they should have acted anything close to the way they did. In terms of ASUU, I think the suggestion the last gentleman made was a good one. They have to use other creative methods. I don't see ASUU proposing any policies for the government to go forward with, or all the candidates to go forward with. They should be doing those things now. They should be arguing their case. This is the time to make demands. The only time they want to make demands is when they want to threaten strikes. They should be making demands for the governments and have the students rally around that demand. If the demand is so laudable and so honorable and supportive of the students will rally around it. The parents will rally around it, and you're going to get a lot of support on your side. That is what they should be doing. And I know they have the goodwill of Nigerians. Every day Nigerians argue on the side of ASUU because on the surface it appears that they mean well, but in terms of using creative ways to get to that point, they are not doing it. So let them go in that direction. I will support it, and I'm sure many Nigerians will support it too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Tunaija. Mr. Kennedy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Still on this issue of the guy that probably tweeted about Aisha Buhari, who has been adjudged to have defamed Aisha Buhari. I don't think it was even close to a defamation of character, because he has stated the obvious. I said it yesterday. Aisha Buhari has put on weight. He has probably told Aisha Buhari to go lose weight for her benefit. But anyway, Aisha Buhari herself has said a lot about the government. She should be picked up too. She said it's not the husband that is in charge of the government. She has said that, and she has admonished Nigerians to take over the government from the cabals. She has said a lot of things like that, and she has not been picked up. I think I will advocate that the federal government should pick up Aisha Buhari too for what she has said against the government. So, but anyway, I will have to leave it here. I'm very concerned about the intimidation. You can't keep on intimidating people. Nigeria is evolving. The world is evolving too. This is 21st century. You don't just pick up somebody because he tweeted a story about you, or he tweeted about the obvious. So we have to move on from here. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Kennedy, thank you very much for your submission. Thank you for your time on here with us. Also, just for you, please, you have 20 seconds to give your final submission. Thank you.
Are you talking to me?
Just for you, yes, please. Your final submission.
Okay, thank you very much. For the issue of PVC, I will say that all the political parties, the rest political parties should put head together, because they know that analog will not favor them. So they were going against this system. So since they wanted to go to court, before they went to court, the message were sent out, and that was blocked. So they will do everything to make sure they ring the election. So those people behind the PVC, they should be arrested and be prosecuted. Let the public see the prosecution, not just to say they arrest them. That is for that. Then for the issue of ASUU, as I've said before,
If ASUU is fighting, they are fighting to lose, because you cannot fight against the government right now. As I've said before, let them go back to school. Let them mobilize their boys. Let them bring us strategies on, to make sure it will come to power, because that is the only man that will pay them their arrears. And I assure them that Obi is going to do that one, because Obi center on education and human investment. He has been saying it. So if they know they want to get their money back, that is the only way they can get their money back. But for this government to pay them, they rather share the money rather to pay them. Government does not recognize education in Nigeria. It has shown very, very openly. So for the issue of Aisha Buhari, I believe Aisha Buhari as a billionaire, I have the video here, I have everything. You know, where the Uganda activists mentioned Aisha Buhari, how many billions she had. So Aisha Buhari, she knows what is going on in the country. Let her tell us what is actually going on in the country. So that is all what I want to say. The intimidation and all that does not work. So they know what is going on. Is Buhari alive? Let she speak out. Because this one they took my husband government is not enough. We don't do pillow talk. It's not enough. Let Aisha Buhari tell us whether Buhari is alive. We can't see all these things. All Nigerians will keep quiet. I have spoken my mind. Anybody want to attack me, you attack me. That is for you. Is Buhari alive? Aisha Buhari knows what is going on. If Buhari is alive, what were you doing in Abu Dhabi, what they call it, this Middle East, this place you went for 6 months? Dubai. Every time you want to Dubai, spending 6 months, you leave your husband alone, and you call yourself the mother of the nation. That is my submission, my dear.
All right, thank you very much for that. Just for you, thank you. Really, thank you for that submission. To my amazing panelists, each and every one of you, thank you very much for your submissions. On here, we've had a heartfelt broadcast today. Thank you for bringing it on. Now, let's even, let's look at this. We know Aisha Buhari to have, over time, all through her husband's tenure, to have been the quiet one. You know, she almost comes across as the peaceful one also. So this will be coming as a surprise that this has happened, and she would have ordered for the arrest. Now, it is not stated anywhere that she ordered for the arrest, not that I have seen, but we got to know that he's with the DSS because he was given an opportunity to. At first, nobody knew where he was. They were searching for him, but he was given an opportunity to call just his dad and let him know where he is and what he has done. And that's why they'll raise the alarm. People should ask and call and beg that this is what is happening with the boy, and this is the reason. Please,
Ima.
But can I say something?
Please put your mic on. Please, I'll come back to you, Mr. Juden. Please, there's an echo. Please, I'll come to you once I'm done. Thank you. Okay, so now that has happened. If we want to look at it, it means that someone gave the order, someone gave DSS the order to pick up this boy. And whoever that person is, to have given that order to DSS to pick up this young boy, because of what he said. Could it be safe to say that is the person that has been running the country? Because this is a high office there. It's either she or someone bigger than her that would have given the order. Or could we also be looking at the bigger picture that the northern leaders are not ready to give democracy to the northerners? Because if these ones are wanting to speak up, the way, I see people call out their governors asking, what have you done? Mr. Alex, I see the way you refer to your governor, asking what he has done, asking for proof, asking for accountability and transparency. It looks like they're not born these other ones where ask their own leaders. How long are we going to hold on to this? How long? Okay, so I don't want us talking about this by 5 p.m. Do well to join us on our debate by 5 p.m. We'll be looking at this and much more. So let's ponder on this. Nobody's going to say anything.
Missima, I'm hearing that the boys' parents are begging Aisha Buhari already. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. This has been since yesterday, since the DSS called, and that's why everybody has been begging Aisha Buhari, calling out Aisha Buhari that why would she do something like this? Now, I'm saying if you look at the bigger picture, Aisha Buhari has come off as a peaceful, soft-spoken, person all along. So there are chances that it is some other person and not her. And if there's somebody bigger than our office, then we might really want to know who that person is. And as a nation, it is not fair that
No,
you know,
madam, I don't agree with you on the person of Aisha Buhari. If she has been soft, she will not be quiet when Deborah was killed. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
If she's a soft person, as she presents her face, don't be carried away by people's looks. She will cry out when that girl was leashed broad daylight. She will give a press conference as the mother of the nation that this is unacceptable. There are things that happens in your house. Your mother will speak up to your dad and say, "Don't kill this child for me." That is the role of a first lady, one of the roles. So she's not soft. She's just behind the cabas. What has she be doing about the random killings of innocent citizens nationwide? And she's the mother of the nation. No good mother keeps quiet when lives are being taken under her roof. All she does is celebrations, collect money. She's in charge. From the realms of rumor, she's in charge of building the change. For God's sake, what has she done to improve the life of mothers nationwide? So she's not soft. For me, she's a dangerous woman. She has proven it.
All right, Mr. Alex. All right, thank you very much. As I said earlier, we'll be talking about this and much more. Do well to join us by 5 p.m. Nigerian time for our discussion, which happens Mondays through to Thursday, and by Fridays. Every Friday by 6 p.m. Nigerian time, we have our debate. This is a newspaper review. Happens Monday through to Saturday, 10 a.m. Nigerian time. Do well to keep a date with us. It's always very interesting. We just dissect what is in the papers. We look at what our lawmakers, our governors, presidents, Inec, what they are up to. It is packed and loaded. So I beg, do well to join me every Monday through to Saturday by 10 a.m. Okay, thank you very much for your contributions, your submissions. No Sakare, thank you very much for your donation. God bless you. Bella Naomi, where are you? I hope you are safe. Greetings, regards, and so much love to you, Bella Naomi. Matthias, honestly, at this point, yes, so it's just, okay, Matthias, don't use your own to me, leave me alone. All right, thank you to my amazing panelists. I can't wait to have you back here by 5 p.m. during our evening broadcast. Keep a date with us. Do well to like our every broadcast and support us. I'll see you tomorrow for the newspaper review. To my amazing panelists, keep a date with me tomorrow. Please see you for our newspaper review. Until then, please stay safe. Those that are yet to get their PVC, do all you can to get your PVC. No allow Inec tell you say you don't burn. No. Make sure you have your PVC. Those that are selling their PVCs, the law will catch up with you very soon. Very, very soon. All right, then, to each and every one of you, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay well, stay safe. Bye-bye.